Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about JJ Redick. But before we get into all of that, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 300 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I drop consistent Pistons content. I'm trying to get to 7K subscribers, so if you're new around here, I would really appreciate your subscription. I'm currently 100 subscribers away from 7,000. But without further ado, let's get to talking about JJ Redick. So JJ Redick, he has a podcast where he talks about the NBA, and he also works for ESPN. But specifically in this clip, JJ Redick was on his podcast and he spoke on Troy Weaver, Cade Cunningham, and the current state of the Detroit Pistons. So play that clip right now.
Troy Weaver's just done, he's done an outstanding job. And I don't know if it's next year that they take an Oklahoma City Thunder leap, where all of a sudden they're a playoff team and then the following season a contender. But I'm excited to see them play over the next 2 or 3 years, because I think in 2 or 3 years they will be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference.
No, that's a big statement. That's a big statement.
To me, that's dependent on, does Cade become? I'm not saying he's going to be Luka, but if he becomes a true number one franchise level player.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. That's just, I guess, again, that's why you work at ESPN. You got to make some. You got to have some.
I got to make some takes. I said it may not be this season. I said over the next 2 or 3 years.
No.
I don't think
that's what they say too. They give it
a disclaimer. A disclaimer.
So
you got to. I got to qualify every statement. I've become well aware. I've got to qualify every statement.
Okay, now as far as what he said about Cade Cunningham, is it Cade Cunningham or bust for the Detroit Pistons? Will we only go as far as Cade Cunningham will take us? I would say the answer to that is yes and no. The reason why I say that is, put the image on the screen. Without Cade Cunningham in Cade's rookie year, the Pistons had 3 wins and 15 losses. But with Cade Cunningham, the Pistons had 20 wins and 44 losses. And I think in the future for the Pistons' success, Cade, he will have to play like the first overall pick. He's going to have to take a leap like Luka did. He'll have to take a leap like Ja Morant did. We can't just baby him and not have the expectations for him to take massive leaps from year 1 to year 2, year 3, so on and so forth. And actually speaking on Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, something that's shocking about them is that without Ja Morant in the lineup, the Grizzlies actually had 20 wins and 5 losses this most previous season. So the Grizzlies, what they've done is that they've built a good team to surround Ja Morant, and their team is so good to the point where they don't even need Ja in the lineup to still have success. Now when it comes to the Pistons, we're trying to do that right now. Last year again, 3 wins, 15 losses without Cade Cunningham. So we're trying to add more pieces around Cade to help him out and just be a better basketball team. We have Sadiq Bey, we just added Duran, we have Ivy now, Isaiah Stewart, we traded for Nerlens Noel, we added Alec Burks. We're trying to help Cade out. We're trying to build this team, round out the lineups, and just add more talent here. And we just got to keep developing. And as JJ Redick said, 2 to 3 years away in the Eastern Conference, I believe that's reasonable. Because I'm looking at our competition right now. The Orlando Magic, they're going to be a threat. They just got Paolo Banchero, number 1 overall. They still have Franz Wagner. They got Jalen Suggs. They're going to be a developing team in the future, but I believe we're above them. The Charlotte Hornets, they're in a questionable position right now because of Miles Bridges. So we may be on the same tier or even above them now. The Cleveland Cavaliers, it's going to be really tough to beat them. I think they're ahead of us right now because they have Darius Garland, All-Star. They have Jarrett Allen. They have Evan Mobley. Those 2 bigs. It's really going to be hard to compete with Cleveland. So I believe they're ahead of us. The Brooklyn Nets, I believe they're going to fall apart. That organization, the way that their team is structured, it's just doomed to fail very soon. The Chicago Bulls, they'll be around the 5th, 6th seed. The Miami Heat, I think eventually they'll fall off as well because they followed this, money ball tactic where they basically go out there, spend a lot of money to bring guys in, and it works for a short period of time, but I believe eventually it will fail and they will fall out of the top of the Eastern Conference. Boston, I think they'll stay near the top. The Milwaukee Bucks, they'll stay near the top as well. And then Philadelphia, because of Joel Embiid, they will also stay around that 5-6 range. So no, not this year, but we're not that far away. We're close. We just have to make sure we stay ahead of Orlando. We have to surpass the Charlotte Hornets because of Miles Bridges in that situation. We have to try to compete with Cleveland, even though it's going to be very difficult. And then hopefully Brooklyn falls apart. So 2-3 years seems pretty reasonable to me. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 6K, and I'm out.